Hello and welcome to our first virtual martial arts convention. We're really excited about this new technology that we brought to you today, this Friday. We want to be able to do more of this convention more regularly during this year and next year. The reason behind it is because now we have clients coming from all sides of the world and joining this amazing event with great speakers that we have lined up for you. Isn't this amazing? Having the ability to have people sit here from Asia, from Europe, from North America and South America, all of you being here to look at the contents, and all of us as a martial arts community get together and learn more. I feel that that's amazing. And I'm so glad that I was able to do this for you guys. We're the very first martial arts convention that is running virtually, that it gets you to sit down behind your computer and watch. And I think that's really amazing. Let me start by telling you a little story about this professor that was really smart. And he invented this machine that would fly up in the sky, in the space actually, change its tools, and I was able to actually repair some of the equipment outside in the space. So one day this smart professor get together with news people and they ask him, what made you to be so smart? Is this genetic? Did you study and learn all this stuff? Or I bet this is genetic. When you were a child growing up, I bet you were the person who would always climb up the tree all the way to the top. And you know what the response was? The professor said, no. Actually, I was a child who would try to go up the tree and then keep falling down. All my buddies and my friends would go up there, but every time I would try, I would fall. But the difference between me and my friends was always one thing, and that was that I never gave up. I kept getting up and climbed that tree again. That story I lived by for years. And my story of my life, where I started martial arts at the age of 12, was kind of the same thing. I did my losing in competition, I did my winning in the competition. But one thing for sure, I tried to not ever give up. I'm so glad that you're all here, and all martial arts business owners around the world, we all have same type of attitude. We don't accept losing quickly, and we get up fast. And I think that's really important. I'm going to start with asking you 3 questions. And now that you're sitting behind your computer, you can write this down if you want to, and answer this question to yourself perhaps later. So the first question, what is it that you do as a company? The second question, how do you do what you do today in your business? The third question, why do you do it? So let's focus on the first question. What is it you do? You might come up with the answer like, I teach martial arts. Some people might say, I run a martial arts business. So what is it that you do as a company? It's very important. You can describe that probably in 3 or 4 words. The second question, you wrote it down, right? The second question was, how do you do it? The how is how you compete. For example, you can say, in our community, we have beautiful facilities and we have great instructors that have been with us for years. And the art we teach is going to help you with this. This is how. That would really differentiate between your business versus other businesses around your town or your city. But the most important question is not the what, and actually, it's not the how. So if somebody comes to your website and they probably already know what you do, that's why they're there. They might be curious about how you do it because they're probably comparing you with other competitors in the market. So that becomes an important question. But the most important question that you should answer to yourself, and you should ask that question from your staff, is why you do what you do. Is it all about money? Is it all about paying the bills? That why is something that you need to write down and make sure that you understand it well. You might have forgotten, as a small business owner, you're wearing so many hats. You have to run the marketing, you have to learn about digital marketing, you got to learn about software, you have to learn about staff management, you have to learn so much. And how do you do all that? It's tough. And while you're doing all these things, during all these years that you've been doing, you might forget that why you're doing what you do. And actually, in today's world of marketing, what's important is not what you do, it's why you do it. So make sure that you understand that, you write it down, you put it up there, and you make sure that it is very visible also on your website. One of the whys could be that I like to help my community to become healthier, to become better. I want to help kids to become more confident. I want to make sure that kids in this world, in this society, can grow up to be more confident. Maybe these are some of the whys that you need to focus on. And once you're very clear of why you do what you do, then it becomes a piece of cake. It's easy for your marketing materials to put on your website. It's easier to train your staff and recruit new people to your organization or your company, because now everyone becomes the believer of what you believe in. And that's really important. I'm here to tell you about our company as well, ChampionsWay, and how we evolved to be where we are today. Most of you probably know me, but for the ones who don't, I started martial arts when I was at the age of 12. And I started learning it with my brother and loving it, and he was my coach. And though I loved and had passion for soccer, he would keep pushing me towards martial arts. And I'm glad actually he did, because he helped me so much in everything that I've done so far in my life. You probably have the same kind of story doing martial arts. I moved from country to another country, and I had to compete in Europe, and then I moved to North America, to Canada, and I started competing there. It has been a great ride, and I've learned so much from being in this art. And after that, I started my martial arts school probably 20 years ago. It's called Champions Academy. And I started, like yourself, with very little students and very little knowledge. The only thing that I had for me was I was a world champion at that time. And I thought, I'm going to open my school, and it's going to get filled up with students. But that wasn't true, because running a small business requires you to learn more, to have more knowledge about finance and accounting and operation and staff training and all that great stuff that helps you to run a successful business. So shortly, I started thinking, okay, that's great. I have 60 students. How do I turn them into 100 students? How do I go to 200 number of students? How do I go to 300 number of students? I didn't want to stop. I failed many times. I fell off that tree many times. And for some reason, maybe the stories, maybe the martial arts spirit kept getting me up. So I stood up on my feet again. I failed many times in many ways. Learning new things was very hard. Learning new tools, learning software, learning finance. I had to go through all those changes to make a successful business. I'm glad today Champions has over 600 students, and I'm not there anymore, but the school runs pretty good. And at that time, when I was running my school, I searched for many tools out there, many software that was inexistent. I tried to customize them and implement it in my business, where one day, I was in Mexico, sitting on a chair, reading a technical magazine, because that was always my background. And I had lots of interest in technology and tools. So I'm reading this magazine because I want to always learn more. And I started looking at the CD that says, do you want to learn programming for 2 hours a day? So I start putting in my laptop and start learning how to code. It was very interesting, very exciting. So I sat down in a room back of my office in my school, and I started coding this program called Mass about 15 years ago. And that's how it all started. Today, I'm really proud to say that we have over 11,340 users that actually log into our system every day from all over the world. And I'm talking about just martial arts and not the other verticals that we're after. And this is amazing. A tool that started 15 years ago, a software company called ChampionsWay. Now we have over 100 employees that are running this business from all aspects of the business. Not just the sections for software development and product development, but also our marketing services, and also our 24 hours technical support, and also all our success coaches that helps you every day to run your business better. And we're not going to stop. We're going to continue. Do we like competition? Yes. You probably have a lot of competition in your areas. I know martial arts, when I look at the martial arts trend in general in North America, it was actually amazing to see the trend is going down. There are less people who are actually taking martial arts lessons. But this is why we're here. This is why we're here, because we want to make a change. We want to change that. We want to make sure the world knows the benefit and the power of the martial arts training, whether you're a 5-year-old or whether you're a 50-year-old. And how can that really help you to become your best? And hopefully, as a company, we can help you to do that. As a company, what we've done has been always bringing experiences also from outside world. So we never focused and learned from inside the martial arts vertical or industry. We went out there and learned a little bit more from other industries. For example, how does the yoga gym do this? How does a fitness gym do this? How do they promote and market their services? And everything that we've done still has not changed. We act exactly like 15 years ago. We bring all those knowledge and all those tools and everything that we build, we bring it to you. So all this effort is not really only about us getting more clients from different industry, but also bring them all and improve our tools and technology so it can benefit you at the end. Do you really need all these tools and technology? If you have 50 students, probably no. Honestly, you can do that in a piece of paper and a pen. But if your goal is to grow your business and become the Terry Lee of the world, our clients who's been amazing, Mark Russo who's doing amazing, Chris Kismasa that is doing amazing, Rich and RJ who are doing amazing. If you want to become this guys to grow your business to the next level, you obviously need a technology that can automate a whole bunch of work for you. In the past, it was easy to run a small business. You would call an agent a yellow page and say, hey, I need an ad. You would call the newspaper, your local paper, and you would say, can you put a quarter-page ad for me in there? Because I need to get more students. Today in the digital world, things have changed so much. You have to have so much knowledge of technology in order to run a business. And this is where we become your partner. We're going to help you in every step, from the marketing part, to the tools itself, to the retention, and helping you to keep those students. And talking about the retention, I believe we don't talk about that enough. Like I see, especially a lot of competitors also out there, they continuously talk about lead generation. They continuously talk about getting more students. When I check with some of those clients that are constantly thinking getting new businesses, and honestly, when I check their database, I see that, wow, the number of students hasn't changed. The guy had 80 students, and now he's generating lots of leads, but yet he still has 80 students. Okay, maximum 85 students. How is that going to help? Something is wrong. And perhaps what is wrong is not about getting more people into your business, but it's about keeping them in your business. And I think that is a solid statement that I need you to pay attention to. A lot of successful school, you know they're successful, do you know how? Because you see a student walking in that gym or into that school after 3 years. Still, they're coming to that school after 5 years. I know successful school owners that they run and they have students who walk in that gyms for 10 years or even 15 years. That tells me a lot about the retention of that school, which sometimes is actually the most important. Are you keeping the students? And are you keeping them happy? Are you bringing them back to the gym? Are they seeing the value and the why you do what you do? And if you focus there, everything else comes into the place. And hopefully, with a partner like us, a technology partner that can help you with the marketing, with your SEO, with all the services that we support. And by the way, I don't know if you've seen our new ChampionsWay website. Please check them out. If you've seen our website last year and you liked them, and maybe you didn't, look at them this year. We've changed a lot. We are constantly investing in our business. And talking about our business, I should tell you a little bit about also what's happening with our business. We started our company as ChampionsWay, where later on, in order to serve other industries so we can support more growth in our company and with our technology, we went after other verticals. So we started a new company called Perfect Mind. Perfect Mind happened to be also our software name called Perfect Mind. And we kind of created this confusion a little bit into the market where now our customers, especially the martial arts customers, start thinking, okay, so am I calling ChampionsWay or am I calling Perfect Mind? Is the software ChampionsWay or Perfect Mind? So we actually, together as a company, got one of the best branding companies in the world that is actually today helping us, and to kind of get rid of that confusion. And the way it's going to work is going to be this. We are committed to martial arts for life because I am a big believer in martial arts. If I wasn't, with 100 employees still at this company, I wouldn't be still owning my school. So I'm really committed to martial arts because I think martial arts brings something to our communities that nothing else can do. I take my daughters to yoga, I take my daughters to gymnastics, I take them to swimming, and I take them to all kinds of sports. And I see all the values that other sports can bring maybe to a child, but it's not the same. It doesn't do the same thing that the martial arts can really do to a child. So I'm a big believer, and because of that, I'll be supporting this industry for life. And so back to what I was saying, branding thing, Perfect Mind. So what we're going to do this year, actually, our company is no longer going to be called ChampionsWay. Our company is going to be called Perfect Mind. So you will get an email from a staff that will say Farid@perfectmind.com or Keith@perfectmind.com and no longer ChampionsWay. That doesn't mean that we're no longer ChampionsWay. No, our brand for martial arts will continue to be the same. And by the way, our new website has been released, so check it out and give us some feedback with our new branding. So ChampionsWay is going to stay focused on the martial arts industry forever. Perfect Mind, yes, is going to be our company for our communications part, maybe even for billing. But when it comes to the focus on the industry, we're going to stay focused on the martial arts industry. And obviously, that's what we're doing, all the things that we're doing for the martial arts. That was one announcement that I want to make today. The other announcement is what we're doing with our product and where is it going and what is our roadmap. There's this big thing happening in the world, and that is everybody likes to do things online. Everybody wants to do things on their mobile. Whether it's marketing, whether it's answering to a question, whether it's registering for a class or an introductory lesson, everything's going to happen online. So what we have done the last 10 months, we have gone in there and revamped everything we've done when it comes to scheduling and calendar. We're going to give you a lot more flexibility to book people into your classes, into your intro lessons, and also be able to help you better online so you can actually make more sales online. And that's where the world is going, and that's where we're going to bring our technology to help you to take your school to the next level. So look forward to those great tools that we're building. There are great features that we're coming up. Perfect Mind is growing so much. And I can't tell you how excited I am about this company today compared when I started 10 or 15 years ago. Today, Perfect Mind is going to some of the largest organizations in the world, like the country Qatar, for example. They're going to be using Perfect Mind for all their stadiums, perhaps even the stadiums that will run the FIFA in the next 5 years. We just closed an account with Richmond Olympic Oval, which is a $180 million center. And they're going to install Perfect Mind in their facility. Do you know why? Because Perfect Mind is one of the most powerful platforms on earth. And comparable, you can only compare it really with large organizations like Salesforce or Microsoft. The technology is so powerful that we can move it around and do everything we want to do with it in a very quick way. A lot of powerful users like yourself who are here today have seen the power of Perfect Mind. And would that mean that we're going to stop developing maybe that great product selling parts for you where you deal with categories? Or are we going to stop where we want to send a text message reminders? By the way, look for that feature. It's coming in the next 3 months. No, we're not going to stop. That's what the feedback, your feedback becomes so important and so valuable. We really value your feedback. I had clients who've gone actually to our competitors' events and look at their product, and now they're in our group and saying, hey, can you, by the way, build this? I love that. I love not only the fact that they're thinking about improving the tools they use every day, but also I love one thing about the fact that they're very loyal to ChampionsWay. And that's what we've done. ChampionsWay in the last 15 years, we've been helping some of the largest schools in the world that do millions of dollars. As a matter of fact, last 12 months, we did $358 million just in invoice processing. Solid billing solution that not only help you to bill your student, but also help you to automate the collection part of the student management. So all the great stuff with the tools gets me going every day. We probably have over 35 developers working on our platform today, with great features coming up soon. If you'd like to be part of the roadmap and share that with us, please join us on Perfect Mind Lab. We're really excited about that. What else I want to say? I really want to say thank you. Thank you for being loyal. Thank you in believing in us. For example, look where you are today in this virtual event that had never happened in the martial arts industry. And we have introduced this to our industry. If it wasn't because of your support, if it wasn't because of you being here, we don't keep on going. So your support is very important. I really appreciate it. And please keep that up. Help us to make you better. At the same time, at the end, I want to remind you, it's not only important what you do and how you do it and why you're better than martial arts school across the street, but don't forget the importance of why you do it. Keep searching in your heart and your mind. Remember, when you started this business, there was a reason behind it. And I'm 100% sure that reason wasn't just money. Money always will follow successful companies. The companies who fall, but yet they get up fast. And they keep on trying. That money will always follow those companies. You don't need to worry about it. But you do need to worry about the value they bring to your customers, to your employees, and to your partners. So let's pay attention and stay focused on those values, because this is how you build a successful business. Not a successful martial arts school that only runs because you're there, that it doesn't help you even for you to even be able to take away a week or two off. And so you want to build a business that has a true value. Again, there are lots of great classes that is coming up. Make sure you check them out in both rooms. If you want to network, go to our social lounge and start networking. Just tap people in the back and start chatting with them. And again, I want to thank you for being here and supporting us all these 15 years. Thank you and good luck.
Hi, I'm Chris Casamassa, the president of the Red Dragon Karate Schools in Southern California and the founder of Kick and Fit Kids. With both of those companies I run, it is almost impossible to manage day-to-day operations without a system and a software company that works with you. And that's what makes Perfect Mind and ChampionsWay so great. It's a perfect combination. It's a 1-2 punch of all the best that there is in tech right now today. I can see any company from any position anywhere in the world. Now, if that's not enough, their customer service and website and tech support is superior to every other company that I've tried. Having been doing this for nearly 40 years, I've tried a lot, and that's why my choice is ChampionsWay and Perfect Mind.
Hi, Mark Russo from AmeriKick Martial Arts. I just wanted to talk a minute about our great relationship we have with ChampionsWay. We've been happy customers with them for over 10 years, and they've allowed our company to grow tremendously over that time. Their software program is second to none, and they allow our school owners to quickly train and operate their schools at high levels. It also allows more time to do the great things like teach awesome classes, provide great customer service to our students. What separates ChampionsWay program from all the others, and I've been a school owner for 25 years, so I've seen most of them, is that they are very innovative with new updates all the time. Their software program is easy to use, and they have great customer service. I'm happy to say that we are continuing our great relationship, and they're going to help our company grow to over 100 units. Thank you, and have a great day.
Hi, Rich Grogan, Grogan's Academy of Martial Arts. Since beginning with ChampionsWay back in 2009, we've been able to grow our business from a 900 square foot facility, making just under $1,000 a month, to where we are today, 3,600 square feet, bringing in just under $20,000 a month. Now, with the Perfect Mind software, it takes care of everything for you. Tuition billing, lead nurturing, student nurturing, and it's all done. It integrates perfectly with your website. All you have to do is teach great classes, give great customer service, and ChampionsWay and Perfect Mind takes care of everything in the background for you. So if you want a company that's going to work as hard as you do, ChampionsWay is for you.